Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday to you all. I hope you guys are all having a good start to your weekend. And today I want to make a it's not so much of a gameplay video as it is a just a little bit of a iteration and insight as to what I expect I will have in the channel for you guys, because at the moment the channel is in a state of jumble, if you will, where I'm not entirely understanding of what I want to put up right now. I obviously have been having World of Tanks up, quite a bit, just because it's sort of the epoxy glue to hold my channel together while I, decide between huge series. And, but rest assured, big things are to come, and, I will have more really soon on, the possibility of a new gaming PC and opening. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Give a dog a bone. Anyway, yeah, well, I'll get into that, guys, a little bit. We'll keep that a secret for now, even though it's not really a secret anymore. But anywho, today's video is going to be basically to entice you and bring you closer to the channel in a way that I want to have. I want to tell people in advance, what they can expect from the channel. As we slowly but surely bring this 2016 summer to an end, and we get into our 2016 fall season with the big hitting guys coming out. So I put myself together a ranked games list. It's not ranked based off of the release dates, because some of them are kind of jumbled up. It's ranked based off of what I'm excited for. If a game's on like number 5 compared to like number 1, it's just that I have, just don't take it with a grain of salt, But anyways, let's get into it here. So at number 5, actually, I'm counting my list here. Okay, so I have 7, so it'll be out of a 7. So no big, whatever, shit happens. So at number 7 here, I have scheduled for release on January 24th of next year, the launch of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard for Xbox One. And obviously it comes out for more systems, but I'm only going to say Xbox One because I'm going to be playing on Xbox One. It also will be launching for, I believe, PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation VR, which should be pretty lit for those who have VR and PlayStation. Anyway, though, and I'll get into a little bit on the possibility of an expansion to the PC gaming world, but that's not a big deal right now. Yeah. But with the addition of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard launching in January of next year, we have not had a new launch release game for Resident Evil since the launch of Resident Evil 6, which was a tremendous letdown. I have played that campaign. I think I've only played it once, to be honest, and I did buy the remaster for Xbox One. I played one mission of it. I haven't played it since. It's not that I don't want to play, it's just I have so much other good content out right now that I'm, trying to keep in contact with, and, I don't want to, stop what I, to do for old content. But, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is looking to reinvent the horror genre that we have known and come to love. And, myself not being a horror fan, I can't help but wonder, what is it going to take for me to get some, a good horror game back here to knock my socks off. I haven't had a really awesome horror game series since Layers of Fear came out, and that was a phenomenal game. But this game looks terrifying. We see this, gameplay of this little mansion and shit, and it just looks creepy. So, I would fully expect Resident Evil 7 Biohazard to make a debut on the channel when it launches in January for Xbox One. But next up, it's a more arcadey game, not as serious, but I will get into some in-depth reasoning on why I picked this. So launching in December 6th of this year, I have Dead Rising 4 at my number 6, and I picked this for a reason why is I did some thinking, and the Dead Rising series is an interesting part of a gamer's life if they get into it. The first game, Caused by Storm, obviously it was a really long time ago, and the graphics weren't that great, and there's a lot of things wrong with the game. It didn't make any sense, but we've seen Dead Rising, we've seen Dead Rising 2, we've seen Dead Rising 2 off the record, we've seen Dead Rising 3, and now we're getting Dead Rising 4, and returning back to the series' roots, going back to Willamette Mall, I believe the town of Willamette, and returning to our beloved character Frank West, and I want to say that I really did like the first Dead Rising. It was something different, and when they were going over, the behind the scenes and his gameplay from this, I can't help but feel a little bit of nostalgia for a game that I haven't played in a long time ago. And I'm only saying that because, there's enough nostalgia there where I'm kind of interested in buying this game. And what really got me intrigued, though, was the new zombie models that they have in the game. I obviously have the regular horde mode, which is your typical zombie, as, they've been in the world for a long time, they're decayed, they're not going to move very fast, limbs are broken, bones are cracked. But they also have the newly infected with red glowing eyes, which it does bug me a little bit with the red glowing eyes. I don't think it's not really red glowing eyes, but it's a game standpoint, so it's just gonna be different. But my criticism with the my criticism with the Dead Rising series all this time is that the zombies were not competitive for me. And I understand the game's arcade and it's not gonna be competitive, but I am finally happy that they did introduce this new freshly infected zombie models, because these are much faster than anything we've ever seen before. They're incredibly agile and they're harder to kill. This is what I want from a Dead Rising game. I want to jump down off a car or a semi-truck and I want these zombies to just be right on my tail and me have to turn around and shoot them and me have to retreat and shit like that. And then there's also a class that sounds a little bit more, I think it's a little bit more kind of unrealistic, that these zombies will kind of like jump at you like jumping spiders, and they will hide and they'll take cover behind vehicles, which I think is a little stupid because, it's a game and it's not going to be realistic, but, even though zombies don't have intelligence, I don't think they're even enough brain power to know that, I can take cover behind this guy's shooting at me. Like, that they shouldn't be able to do that. But, it is what it is from the game. Like, people are going to yell at me, like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, yeah, I think it is for me from a gameplay standpoint. But, there still is enough there where I'm considering buying this game. So I'll look forward to that possibly being on the channel. No promises there, but it is an interest of mine. Alright, so at number 5, we have launching on the 13th of September, which is really not too far from now. Like I said, some of these releases are kind of jammed, but I have NHL 17. And right now, obviously, there's beta coverage on the channel from this already, but this is for EA Sports Hockey League. I don't get to confuse with the actual game. But in the game right now, you can only play Hockey Ultimate Team, EA Sports Hockey League, and or online versus play. So, if you're, an NHL fan like I am, I definitely suggest trying to get a beta code from somebody if you guys know. And, definitely try and get into that. However, I am a little worried right now, and I'm not going to get into a beta rant because this is an NHL beta, that the NHL beta right now is playing a little too similar to NHL 16 for me. However, I am aware that it is a beta and it should change, even though it does worry me that this beta is out like pretty much about a month before release, because it means there's not going to be much that they can change in the game in that month time before the game goes gold for launch. But it is what it is, guys. Still looking forward to NHL 17. It'll still be on the channel when the game launches. And moving on here to a game that we don't have an actual release date yet, but we know it is releasing in indeed fall 2016. And it is Outlast 2. One of the games that I am really excited for. I did not play Outlast 1 because at the time I wasn't aware of it, and I'm sure like a lot of indie games out there, the game wasn't popular. But it only took a few YouTubers playing this game live with live reactions to just catch the whole, horror community's grip and be like, holy shit, this game is amazing. The first, it looks gorgeous. And I'm talking about Outlast 1 right now. Outlast 1 it was gorgeous. It was fucking terrifying. I mean, even from watching it from a YouTube standpoint, I was freaking out in some of the videos I was jumping, but, in depth though, this next one is in like this, farming community, sort of like old western town, and it just looks so good. The graphics look amazing. It just looks all kinds of new jump scares and new horror elements, and I could not wait to have that in the channel and do a live reaction series to it, which is going to be awesome. Next up, we have a game which I know a lot of you guys aren't going to care about because you probably have never even gotten into it. But I'm going back to my roots here with the Worms All-Stars launching next month, the 23rd, which is it's actually pretty much just about 23 days from now, because obviously August is ending, or obviously August is starting soon. But we have Worms Weapons, Worms W.M.D, which obviously stands for Weapons of Mass Destruction. Worms and Weapons of Mass Destruction All-Stars launches the 23rd of August, which is next month. And why am I excited for this game? A brand new 2D landscape got drawn up for the game, which looks absolutely amazing compared to the old landscape that they had in Worms Battlegrounds. And just so much to do. I just love Worms, and I used to play it always in the PSP. And I'm looking forward to actually getting into the game early and possibly posting some videos on it. So look forward to that, guys. Next up, and this is going to go into the gaming PC category, which I will get into the gaming PC thing and the situation in that shortly, once I know exactly what's going on with that. But stay tuned for that. Any awesome news coming with that later on. But Civilization 6, I am hyped to beyond belief for this game. That's why this is at number 2. I played a shit ton of the old Civilization games on old PCs when I used to have them. They weren't good PCs, they weren't optimized for gaming. I also played a shit ton of Civilization Revolution on Xbox 360, and I love that game. Even though, having been a console game, you're limited at what you can do, but, I still loved that game. And Civilization Revolution 6, or I shouldn't say Revolution, Civilization 6 looks to just bring back the nostalgia of playing those old strategy games online, and I couldn't be more excited to have that on the channel for you guys when that time for that comes. But last but not least, the big kahuna of the day, and this should not surprise any of you guys at all, launching on the 21st of October, also being out on the 18th of October for those who EA Access member, Battlefield 1. And yeah, guys, that doesn't even need any introduction or any reasoning as why it's my number 1. I'm not even going to get into that as being my number 1, but yeah. Battlefield 1, guys, 18th of October, be there or be square on the channel. That's going to dominate the fall for this, my channel, as well as stuff. But I'm going to ultimately get into a video, and maybe it'll be up tomorrow, about, I can't see the possibility about there being a third element. I shouldn't say a third. There's going to be a second alternative to content here on the channel shortly, in the form of a gaming PC. So that video will probably be up tomorrow on exactly what's going on with that and the future of my YouTube channel. But it's not going to be a future video. It's just going to be me explaining to you guys what I'm doing with that process right now, because I am in the process of working on something like that. So I'll get into that. But yeah, guys, so just a quick little rundown of what I talked about today, in the order of which I would like to see them coming out. Well, not order of which I would see coming out, but in the order of which I'm interested in them. We have Resident 7 Biohazard, Dead Rising 4, NHL 17, Outlast 2, Worms, Weapons of Mass Destruction All-Stars, Civilization 6, and Battlefield 1. Alright, boys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with a little bit of a in-depth video on what's coming with the gaming PC. And yeah, guys, have a good one.